Okay, so does anybody have any questions yet or no? Okay. Y'all know y'all can just shout them out at any time they just pop into your head, right?
Yeah. How often do you have to, like, fix your bow?
Oh, I go through many of bows. Because I play so hard. So, but yeah, I have a guy that rehairs them for me, so I don't have to always keep buying like the whole bow and everything. So they rehair them for me.
Once you started like listening to Cajun music and like went into like Cajun, was it like hard to switch over from like classical? Did you feel like you were breaking a bunch of rules because you're like classically trained strictly?
Yeah, well, you know, it was funny because at first I would the first actual Cajun band, because this city is really very cool for the fact that like people like sit in with everybody else, you know, and like people jam, you know, and like I had never done that before, and like one of the first bands I had got the chance to jam with was like this. It was like a kid guy who played like kid songs on the guitar, and they actually wrote there was a violin player who did know how to read music, and he wrote the notes out for me so I would memorize them and play them. And one time I went to go sit in with this guy, and like he started telling the story of this song that we were supposed to play, right? And I'm getting it in my mind. I'm like, okay, so this is the song, right? And I had never ever played anything other than what was written down. And then he started playing the wrong song. So then I'm like up on stage and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And you just have to go with it in that moment. It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna figure it out. And so it was like, just had to listen and figure it out, and that was the first time. And then it was like all of a sudden by the end of the song it was like, I think I can do this. So I definitely did at first feel like I was like, oh, this is weird. But then it's like once you get to doing it enough and you get to listening to it, you know, a whole bunch, and you have to really go with your gut and with your ear and what it is that you think, and then it moves into doing what you feel, what you really, really feel like when it comes to like taking a solo or something like that.
I would also say, as far as improvising goes, the less you care about what you think people think of you, right? Because it's all in your head anyway. Most people like to watch people play music. Really, you know, that's my experience. The quicker you can give away the fact of how much you care about how you sound, the faster you'll learn, the better you'll get, faster. Because I used to, before I would try something in front of an audience, I would work on it and work on it and work on it. And now, as I've gotten older, I'll work on something 5 minutes before I walk on stage, and it'll be the very first thing that I do. And I'm willing to screw it up in front of everyone. And if you're willing to do that, it'll come fast.
Yeah, it's just like learning to ride a bike or something. It's like if you fall down enough times, you're gonna figure out how to stay on the bike, you know?
Also, if you're not afraid to fall, you'll probably get it